Well, hello, fellow followers. Welcome back to FanZcene. I am Greg, and here with me today is John Brennan, and we're going to talk to you guys a little bit about something that I think, as horror fans, I want to shine a light on, and it's about the Monroeville Mall, the Dawn of the Dead Mall, and what's going on with it, and Walmart. Welcome, John. Tell us a little bit about this, how you got involved in this, because I read your article in Fangoria.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you having me on. So the first article in Fangoria, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
I was a subscriber when I was a little kid, so it's pretty cool to have something in there. So my wonderful, beautiful girlfriend Liz Shack and I went on a multi-city road trip for her birthday in March, and Atlantic City, Baltimore, and then we swung up to Pittsburgh. Now, in Pittsburgh, we had a bunch of stuff that we wanted to do. The Andy Warhol Museum, the Big Mac Museum, and the Monroeville Mall, where the Living Dead Museum is.
Right.
And, of course, the Monroeville Mall is where they shot the 1978 version of Dawn of the Dead by the lovely man, Mr. George Romero.
Yes.
So, yeah, and what a movie. I mean, I've seen that movie probably a dozen times. It never gets old. Saw it in 3D a couple of years ago when they put it out. Yeah. So we met up with Dave at the museum there and just were chit-chatting, talking, saying hi and stuff. And it was actually, there was a screening of Evil Dead 2 that night that they were doing. So that was also really cool. And one of the special effects artists was there. He was the guy who did all the stop motion stuff. So it was like a cool little screening, and they have this big other room that anyway. While there, I learned through Dave Spookyhead on X or Twitter or whatever the hell it's called now. He said that Walmart had bought the site, and that the future was up in the air as to whether or not the mall would even exist in by the end of the year.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was a little sad because they had just, I guess, moved not too long ago that museum from another section of Pennsylvania to the mall. They were situated. It's a great place. Anybody who's a horror fan, honestly, I'm so glad I got to go in case the thing gets demolished. So
yeah, I mean, it's sad news to hear, because for a lot of us, I know I got a lot of Superman stuff behind me, but I'm a huge horror fan.
Yeah,
Evil Dead. But for a lot of us, like you said, that movie is amazing. I've seen Dawn of the Dead, I don't know how many times. I even had the Blu-ray that everybody sought after. That was so hard to find for so many years until the big 4K thing came out. Yeah, I wish I would. I haven't been there yet, and I hope to be there before something happens. But like you mentioned in your article, this whole thing is like, the movie is a commentary on like us going to the mall. I'm trying to remember the words as you said it, but like Walmart consumerism and stuff like that. That's the word, consumerism. And like Walmart coming in and buying this mall, just it's so much like we are living in Dawn of the Dead right now.
It's odd because I saw some comments, like somebody's like, oh, who cares? Like the George Romero would want it to be destroyed because he was anti-consumerism. It's like, come on. I don't think he was saying that exactly. But
I don't think he was.
And also, I saw another comment where it's like, signing a petition isn't going to do anything, which I somewhat agree with. I only put this out so that maybe horror fans can make enough noise that Walmart would say, oh, we didn't realize this is a significant site for certain people. And maybe instead of demolishing the entire damn thing, there's a way to incorporate a Walmart into the site, leave the mall somewhat standing, maybe knock down parts of it. I don't know. I'm not I'm not a city planner or a building planner or whatever the hell you call those people. But according to the people at the museum, there are places on the site, because Walmart apparently bought the whole rigmarole, the whole thing. Jeez. So there's like an annex. They said that they could knock that down. There's a Best Buy that I guess is dilapidated or not in use that they can knock down. So instead of taking the entire mall and just putting up a Walmart, they seem to believe, the people from the Living Dead Museum, that there are ways to incorporate a store without destroying a historically or an artistically significant site. So after I went there, I was so moved because I loved it. I really had such a great time going there, seeing the screening, seeing the museum, being in the place that one of my favorite horror movies was shot. And I just started to think, like, maybe there's a way to spread the word for the just to see if horror fans care. And Yeah, so I wrote Phil Noble Jr., who I had met when I worked on the last drive, and he came in and did a piece on set. And I just said, hey, would you have any interest in running something just about this Monroeville Mall situation? He said, yes. So two birds with one stone, get the word out there, get my name in Fangoria. It was all very cool. But it really is something cool. I think maybe if honestly, if enough people say maybe they won't destroy the whole thing. Maybe there's a way to have both, because it also would be good for Walmart to keep that sort of thing open, because then horror fans love to spend money, as we all know. There's 1,000 horror conventions, and they have a huge horror convention there called the Living Dead Weekend, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what's called the Living Dead Weekend. Where
so people like, I think Tom Savini's been there. Greg Nicotero's going this year. And apparently it's a huge deal. So why would they destroy that? That's just customers.
That's what I don't get. I mean, like you when you talk about, you saw a comment where like George would want to demolish because I don't think so. I think that right there would put a smile on George's face, is that if Walmart kept it open and going, opened up within the mall, and had these people coming in for the Living Dead dressed as zombies buying from Walmart.
Yeah.
I think George would love that. I think that would put a smile on his face. And I do think maybe some people maybe have misinterpreted what he was trying to say in that movie, but it's art, right? It's everybody's interpretation. It's left up to you. So however you feel about it. But like, I'm with you. That's why I wanted to do this and invite you on and talk to you about this, because I read that article and I thought, we as horror fans, we can make enough noise. Yeah, maybe signing a petition won't, but maybe we can make enough noise. And like, isn't there like a way to make something culturally, what's that word? Like, it's important, so that's why it can't be demolished.
Yeah, you know significant, what I mean? A significant artistic site, or landmark. And I think that they said that there's some rule as to why it can't actually be deemed a landmark in law, but. Come on, it's just like something. Sometimes the community can speak out and say that they want something preserved for all time. Maybe not all time. I mean, all things come to an end. But there is a way that it would be mutually beneficial for Walmart to keep at least something there, while including the store and the foot traffic that it would add to there. Plus, the mall was thriving. I went there and it was like so many people were eating and walking around and shopping. It's not a dead mall. So that's the other thing, is like, and plus, they demolished that site. So many people lose their jobs. I mean, I don't know, Walmart. Yeah, the kids employ some people, but not an entire mall's worth.
That's right. I mean, and that's what I've heard too. Like, I heard the mall was actually, it's one of the few malls still thriving out there in the world today. And I would assume that has to do with Dawn of the Dead, right?
Yeah,
and the museum.
So.
Yeah, and stuff like that. I mean, it's something, like you said, it's historic, it's artistic, and it means so much to so many people. I know, like, they do the Blob thing as well too, like where they do
the Colonial Theater. Yeah, I want to go to that. Theater.
So, like, yeah, me too. I'm a huge fan of the Blob. But like, you think we could make enough noise? I don't care if you don't think the petition works. I don't care if you don't think Walmart won't listen. I guarantee you make enough noise and show enough support, because this is something that means a lot to so many people. Walmart will listen. Sure. They will listen, especially if it helps them make money.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Look, I'm sure that there are people who are more business savvy than I am, and maybe it does make sense for them to make more money if they demolish the whole thing. I don't know, but what I know is it seems to me that it could be both, and I just wanted to say something. And there's also a link in there that you could contact Walmart directly inside of the article. So maybe that's a better way instead of the petition. So I don't know. And I hope this Living Dead weekend, it goes like gangbusters, and there's a bunch of zombies who do social media, save them all. Because I remember when we did the first Joe Bob's Jamboree, there was a chance that the Mahoning Drive-In was getting bought out, but I think like a solar panel company, and they were just going to demolish the drive-in and put up all these solar panels. And enough people in the community who love the Mahoning Drive-In fought back, and it didn't happen. Exactly. So hopefully something like this can happen this time.
I mean that shows you the power of the horror community, or whatever you want to call it. That shows you the power, because we are willing to stand up and save what we like. And what I've learned, like you said, like what I've learned from horror fans is we love to spend money. Horror fans, I mean, we love collectibles. We would love to go see where George Romero filmed this film and buy zombie-related merchandise and visit the museum and visit the mall and take tours and hold conventions and watch Evil Dead 2. We would love to do that, and I think we will, can get it out there. I will put links to that petition, your article, and how to contact Walmart directly in the description down below.
And the museum and the Living Dead weekend, all that stuff. Yeah, get it out there.
All down in the description down below for everybody to check it out. Please read his article and stand up to this. I mean, somebody's like, fight the power, right? Fight the power.
I mean, there's a lot more important things to fight for in the world, but this is one that affected me personally because I had such a great time, and I know that there are other people who haven't gotten to the site yet that would love to see it and plan to do it and just can't do it this year or whatever. So hopefully there's a way to delay it or keep it. And look, like you said, we're the consumers. We would be the zombies who we'd be undead, and we would go back to the mall and look in the fucking VHS section or the horror thing. Like, oh. So, I mean, George was commenting on us, you and I. So maybe the zombies can save the day.
Exactly. I think it can be done. At least enough. I mean, I don't know how much power I have, but I read that article and it resonated with me. And I'm like, hey, John follows me. I've talked to him before. Let's talk to him about this and see if we can get it out there even more. The power of the new media or whatever they want to call this and all that. Let's see if we can do it in the horror fans and get it out there.
That's right. I love it. Let's see if we can save the day or at least help the museum, because there's such great people over there. And anybody who so apparently word from the museum is they won't know specifically until August what the actual plan is, and then at the end of the year is when their lease is up. So there's still until the end of the year, even if something nefarious happens that Walmart is getting rid of everything, you still have until at least December to go to the museum, check it out, see the mall, etc., etc.
Exactly. So I thank you, John. I didn't want to keep you too long. I just, because I wanted to get this out there and because sometimes people, they won't breeze through an hour-long video. So good short video like this will help out. And I appreciate you taking your time. Once again, all the links will be down in the description below. Please leave your likes, comments, share the video out. It'd be great if we could get like George Nicotero and Tom Savini and all them to help out. That would be awesome too. Like the surviving people that could help out. That would be amazing.
You never know. You never know.
I congratulations for getting your article in Fangoria. Great article, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for everybody watching. Like, share, subscribe. Always support physical media because it truly is the superior format now more than ever. Godspeed, everybody.
We're the consumers. Consume.